right, I'm gonna have a special guest here because apparently this little guy does not like being alone, and that is my dog, Coco. He's gonna be joining me here because he's been scratching at my door for the past 20 minutes while I'm trying to set up the studio. So yeah, let's talk about Trap. All right, do the clap. Boom, boom. Trap is directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and the plot of the movie is a father and teen daughter attend a pop concert where they realize they're at the center of a dark and sinister event. So Shyamalan movies are very hit and miss. I feel like he's a great storyteller, has very interesting plot ideas, but sometimes the execution isn't just there. But no matter what, I'm always gonna watch his movies because sometimes you just gotta take a gamble with Shyamalan, because even though his script may be weak, but I do like the story that he delivers. So I was very excited to see Trap when it came out in theaters, and I'm happy to report that this movie is actually not bad, but I'm not gonna say it's his best work. And really, it all comes down to Josh Hartnett playing our lead character here named Cooper. I feel like without Hartnett, this movie would be very, very flat. He does a phenomenal performance in this movie. Given that the material that he was given with, I feel like he just puts in 100% at everything he does in each scene. And to no surprise, in the trailer, Hartnett is playing a serial killer, someone who's been doing killings for quite a while, but has been keeping it at a very low profile. So at the movie, you see him trying to take his daughter to a concert, this big pop star that she's very looking forward to watch with her father. So there's some great father and daughter moments, but then there's a sinister plot where when they go into the concert, there's a lot of cops, a lot of FBI around the building or around the concert itself. But you get to see that, all right, something feels off here. What the hell's going on? And that's where Josh Hartnett's character realizes that, oh my God, this whole thing is a trap for me. They're trying to capture me. They don't know how I look like, but they know that I am here because they know that he is the butcher. And that's pretty much the gist of this movie, where I actually really enjoyed that concept a lot. Just seeing Hartnett's character trying to focus, spending time with his daughter, but at the same time, how the hell am I gonna get out of this concert? And I really like that aspect a lot, seeing it in his POV, and really just trying to be very slick about it too. He's trying to be friendly, he's trying to be like this guy who is like, oh my God, what is going on here? Who is all these cops? And in reality, deep inside his heart, he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And the movie works with Josh Hartnett because I think without his performance, the movie would become very, very stale. I think he does an intriguing performance where you're captivated by him. You want to root for the guy at the same time, even though he's done some bad things in the past, but it's just his character motive. Like the way he acts towards certain things is very, very interesting, and that's really the hook of the movie itself. And I also have to give props to Ariel Donahue, who plays Cooper's daughter. She does a good job portraying like this teenager who is like a big fan of this pop star, so it's like you kind of get the feel realism of it, like, you're at the concert too, and just how anyone would react when you see their favorite artist playing, right? So it's just like all those emotions coming in, and I do like that aspect a lot. And the concert itself was pretty interesting too. And what's even cooler is that M. Night Shyamalan's daughter does play this pop star in the movie named Lady Raven. And in reality, she is a musician. So the fact that, yeah, she's very talented, but she wrote all the songs for the movie and she's performing them within the film. So I do like that realism in a way where it's like we're all intrigued and just seeing this point of view of like, there's a big concert happening. There's real life people in the audience watching and reacting how anybody would react when they're seeing their favorite artist. Now let's go into my negatives, where pretty much like with every Shyamalan movie, his writing is very, very weak. Not my favorite script within the movie. I feel like some of the dialogue is very generic or very, I want to say AI sounding, but I feel like with most of his movies, they're kind of like that. So sometimes you kind of have to suspend disbelief. But at the same time, like, pretty much have to accept that this is how his dialogue's going to be with each of his movies, and that's fine. It may not hit for everybody, but for me, it's very noticeable. But I'm at the point where it's like, I could like just go with it. My biggest complaint of the movie is everything outside the concert. I feel like the whole hour to 45 minutes of this movie being inside this concert was very compelling, but once we go outside of the venue, I feel like things kind of derail very, very fast. And I don't want to go into spoilers because I feel like this movie still worth watching, but there are moments at the end of this movie or the third act where I thought, all right, this is where it's gonna end. Nope, okay, we're gonna keep going. Okay, maybe this is where the movie ends. Oh no. All right, things are still going, so I guess I gotta have to deal with what the hell's gonna happen in these next few minutes. And at that point, I was already checked out. I was just like at the point where like I want to walk out and just not even remember what I just watched, because really those last few minutes of the movie really turned me off. It was to the point where I really wanted to fall asleep because I was just getting bored of where this movie was going towards, and I just wanted to end on a little tight bow, but unfortunately the movie didn't succeed with that. And it's funny because I saw another reviewer saying that if you just watch this whole movie where they're at the concert and right before they leave, that's when you could just like walk out. Yeah, he made a good point with that. You should just walk out where the movie ends, where they leave the concert, and that's where I feel like that's how the movie should have been the whole time. I hate when sometimes a movie tends to drag its ending a bit too much. It gets way too comfortable to the point where people are just gonna check out, and I just didn't like that within Trap. At the end of the day, this is still a very entertaining movie. I enjoyed watching Trap within like the first hour of the movie. Everything else after that kind of just derails for me, where I just kind of want to check out. But at the same time, I think some people are going to enjoy this movie. Some people may not enjoy this movie if they're like a big Shyamalan fan. It's going to be very interesting to see the conversation online. And I may not be the biggest fan of M. Night Shyamalan's writing, but he does deliver a very interesting concept that I'm still going to watch. I'm still going to enjoy. I'm always intrigued by his story work. So that's why I'm going to give Trap a 2.8 out of 5. I still think it's passable to watch. May not be a rush to go see in theaters. You could probably catch it on streaming, but if you had nothing else to watch during the summer season, I do think Trap is worth the time to see. But those are my thoughts on Trap. It's a very simple, straightforward movie. I want to hear your comments down below if you enjoyed this movie or if you disliked it, and please leave a like down below, subscribe for the channel, and subscribe because of this beautiful little guy who would decide to join me on this review because he does not like being alone. No? He wanted to be here. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for me, guys. So have a great week. Enjoy your time at the movies, and I'll catch you guys on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.